porcupine ball.
I love a lot of the little touches in this, like the little foo-foo dog licking up the blood from Pretorius's decapitated body before the title credits roll.
And if you want to see what Randy says and finish what he's talking about, you have to listen. Boom. There you go.
Yeah, the BDSM, I don't know like how that became a big portion of the movie, but I'm glad it did.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I am very happy it did. At least
You know what? The worst part of that movie is she's still wearing the outfit, but now she's in a fucking robe.
I want Pretorius's BDSM chamber. I'm just going to say that.
I just want Barbara Crampton in that outfit.
You know what?
That
Hold
would
on.
be great too.
If I had a time machine, I was thinking about this. If I had a time machine, I would go back to 1972, 73. I would relocate to Chicago. I would go to Organic Theater Company, which is Stuart Gordon's theater company. I would get like really good friends with him. I'd become a cinematographer just so I can be on set to control the camera when she's on set. Because realistically, I'm ugly, so there's no way I can go back in time and win her over before she's an actress.
She does.
This is as close as I'm going to get to see her naked.
She's my favorite scream queen of the 80s, for sure.
Same here.
Like, most people would choose Linnea Quigley, but not only was Crampton a better actress.
Oh, yeah, by far.
And that's what it is. Like, she's like a very competent and capable actress, and not just easy on the eyes.
And she still does great roles to this day.
Well,
you said she was great in You're Next, right? And she was great in
We Are Still Here.
We Are Still Here, but you said Beyond the Door or Beyond the Gates or whatever wasn't very good.
The movie itself wasn't that great, but her performance was great.
Right on. Yeah, a lot of the effects in this are great. Like Bubba being devoured by the resonator bugs.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you just move the fuck out of the flashlight?
Right.
He just stood there.
Wasn't it because they were afraid, like, if you moved, the other things
in the field of the resonator? Well,
yeah, but the resonator only covers so much ground.
Well, at that point,
the whole house. At that point,
at that point, it covered the whole house
because of the basement worm and everything.
Yeah, I know
another
that.
Awesome effect.
Well, yeah, the basement worm part. He even mentions he's like, the resonator reaches down here too. I don't know, maybe like run out of the fucking house like he did originally in the beginning.
The various phases of Pretorius as a creature in this are just fucking like incredible. Like, it starts off really light with Crawford putting his fingers on his shoulder and leaving indentations, and then there's like the weird face peel and like the tentacle face effects and stuff.
Dude, that scene was awesome when his face split like that.
Yeah, and then like, you know, there's the scene where I can't remember Barbara Crampton's character's name, but she goes back to reactivate the resonator herself, and his like the finger stretch effect, and when his head mutates and he starts to swallow her head. Then the next phase is probably my favorite one, where he has the weird kind of squatty little troll body and the long like serpentine neck.
That's fucking, that was cool when you did that because people are watching you do that. You got some fluid motion when you can do the robot probably really good. You want to get down and do the worm?
The worm.
That'd be funny because you couldn't get up. Probably.
Well, it's funny. The funny thing is, like, he looks like a giant pineal gland. Like, his neck is like all elongated, and his head is, and also it's fairly phallic as well. But phallic. The fact that Tarantino totally ripped off the name of Carolyn Purdy Gordon's character in this for Planet Terror, Dr. Block.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Dr. Block. The showstopper, though, as far as effects in this one, not as far as creature effects, but like the gore goes, is Crawford Tillinghast sucking out Carolyn Purdy Gordon's eyeball.
Yeah, did you know about the lost footage from that?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I remember when they unearthed that shit. Rumor did a cover, and then it was like a year. It was a year, maybe even a year and a half before it came out on DVD finally.
Yeah. Well,
they showed it first on that Monsters HD channel. That was the first thing that was the first time that anybody ever saw any of that footage worked back into the movie.
I know, Randy.
Jesus Christ.
But no, like he lost that footage. He thought it was gone forever, and they got a hold of him and it was like, we got some boxes with some film in it, and we want you to come take a look at it. And he got like a huge From Beyond boner because all that footage that he was talking about for years he found, and he got to put it out. But when you watch it, like, you can tell. I mean, obviously, it's not completely
In the
remade.
Blu-ray, it looks seamless.
Oh, okay.
And in the DVD, it was definitely noticeable. Like
Yeah.
it was.
It looked like a YouTube video.
Yeah, it was degraded and a little scratchy, but in the Blu-ray, it's pretty much seamless.
That's awesome. I gotta
Yeah,
get the
it looks
Blu-ray.
fantastic. It looks like it was just always there. And there was more to it than that. The scene where Dr. Block is examining him and his pineal gland pops out. That's
Oh, did you see his pineal gland on camera?
that's
Oh, Jesus Christ.
that's lovely. I love From Beyond. Top 10 horror films for sure. Maybe even top 5.
Holy shit! Are we scoring it right now? Well, hold on. How much time did we spend on it? We only spent 13 minutes on it.
Is that really all?
Yeah.
Seems like we've been talking for a while.
You guys haven't really said much.
Well, I
about
was
it,
like,
so-
I'm
I've been
the
inputting.
fucking cameraman.
Oh my God.
I'm filming stuff. I'm a cinematographer at heart.
yeah, I was gonna say because the acting, like even Ken Forey's acting, I enjoyed him because he was kind
You
of like
liked
the
him when he was
comic
in his underwear and he was running down the
relief. Oh
stairs.
fuck yeah,
You
those fucking
creepy.
tight ass underwear, dude.
Oh,
Fuck
you're
yeah,
so
dude.
creepy.
so weird.
He is.
So after Crawford gets kind of half eaten by the basement worm, what's the problem here?
Well, Hatfield just wrote nice dick, Scott. So, there you go.
Oh, weird. Is he seeing this live?
Yes.
Yeah, it's,
what are you?
Facebook
What are
Live.
you? My grandpa? Like, do you know how to run a VCR too?
I forgot that you were doing it live. I thought you were just going to post it later.
No.
Oh, that's funny. But anyway, after he gets half eaten by the basement worm monster, when he's recovering, he has like marks on his torso that look a lot like the things that the dude has on his torso in Dagon.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if it's just from being like in that thing's mouth, but it's very pronounced. They look like chest gills or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
He's undergoing some kind of transformation.
Yeah, obviously. Look at his fucking forehead.
Yeah, I was gonna say when he gets the 5 head.
Let that joke die real quick. Hold on,
Jesus
silence. Just be quiet. Hold on.
Cricket noises.
Hold on. Your joke is still resonating through the air. That
The
Like the
resonator.
resonator.
Yeah. Speaking of, yeah, that's another thing. The resonator with the electricity shocks where they couldn't turn it off.
Right.
Fuck it. Take the shock. Turn the shit off.
Right,
I don't
yeah.
know. Maybe it's so powerful.
Well, I mean-
I wasn't there, Scott. So
No,
You
I
should
mean,
have been.
if your sanity and your life is on the line, then yeah, I guess just risk it or whatever.
it's gonna hurt for like. If you have to check a 9-volt battery, I don't like doing it, but I'd fucking take one for the team. You know, smoke detectors, they can save your life, Scott. So touch it with your tongue.
The fact
That sounds so wrong.
I just want to go on record as saying that like Jeffrey Combs is a ridiculously underrated actor.
I
Oh,
don't
he
think
is.
he's underrated at all.
Not in the horror,
Not in the
community,
genre, no.
but that
In
guy
general.
he
Well,
could
you can't
do
even say that in theater, no, because
he could do anything if
Yeah.
he wanted to.
Well, he couldn't come over and be on our podcast for
That'd
some
be
reason.
amazing.
No, I think that he got typecast in horror, but I think he could have done anything. I think he could have been a dramatic lead or anything really.
Yeah. Oh, soap opera for sure.
Well, that's where
Life to
Crampton
Live.
got most of her work was
Yeah.
Young and the Restless or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Combs, like all of his characters are different, and even though this one is fairly similar to Herbert West in a lot of ways,
See, I don't even think it is really because like
he's an obsessed, crazed scientist who's
but he's actually fearful instead of like being like obsessed and wanting to continue.
Right.
He wants
Right.
to keep away from this at all costs after what he's seen.
they're a lot alike, but they're also very different.
Mm-hmm.
They're the character that he plays in Pit and the Pendulum is different from anything else that he's done, and in Fortress, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Like everything that he does is a little bit.
What was his
different.
name in Fort D-Day or something?
Yeah, D-Day, the neurotic, weird, fucking
Yeah.
like, tripped out hippie dude.
Yeah, I was sad when he died.
Yeah, it was a bummer.
Yeah, it sucked.
Way to ruin it for me, Ken.
I mean, he's
He doesn't die. He goes to a farm in the country with all of the other neurotic hippie
Okay.
guys.
yeah, Scott.
Okay.
He's gonna fall for that.
Yeah, he believes me.
Wait, that wasn't true?
No,
No,
fucking
yeah, it's-
Scott. God damn it, dude. No, it's all lies. Your life is a lie.
It is.
Just he shows like every range of emotion in this movie, from being completely terrified to being like the scene where he's all lusty with Barbara Crampton, and just the scene where he's being all tough guy against Pretorius at the end there. He he goes through every possible. Oh God, you're disgusting. Unmowed back lawn with all these insects everywhere. Look! Show the world your shame.
All right, I'm ending it.
Ratings?
Well,
Yeah, I guess so.
What do you guys have to say?
I'll do my score.
I've just been chiming in whenever
You scored
I
it first.
I'm gonna give it a 10. It's a 10 for me.
All right. And you already said why. So I've never had a 10 on this podcast, and I've been looking for my 10. And I said Reanimator would have been a 10. This is my first 10, guys. You gonna ask me why, or are you gonna score, Scott?
Why are you going to give it a 10?
Is it based solely on Barbara Crampton and that BDSM gear?
No, that's an extra
That's a big
0.25. It would have been a
9.
9.75. Absolutely, though, that has something to do with it.
Oh yeah, that has a bearing.
The science behind it, I got enamored with the pineal gland, the third eye stuff when I started doing a lot of hallucinogenics. And it is still, like, scientifically not proven that the pineal gland produces dimethyltryptamine and
right.
blah, blah, but, like, the Hindus and all that stuff, they knew something that was there that gets them closer to God and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know the science behind them believing in stuff like that, but they're, like, spot on. They just now, like, recently, in the last fucking 10 years, they started getting funding for research from, like, dimethyltryptamine and psilocybin and LSD.
Have you seen that Enter the Void movie?
Yeah.
Gaspar Noé did?
It's fucking so trippy.
Yeah,
you don't
it's
even have to
really
be.
good.
I watched it on mushrooms and I couldn't follow it.
I was like high on a bunch of weed, but I didn't. I wasn't on anything else. I got to see it in theaters. That was awesome.
Oh. Select theaters, right?
Yeah, I was down in like Detroit or Ann Arbor or something.
So just the science in this movie, like I go through phases. I get obsessed with things, and then I'll like just let it die for a little while, and it just pops back in my life. I obsess over it again and see if there's any conclusions on stuff like this, like scientifically in the scientific world.
And that's kind of what puts this one over Reanimator for me in a lot of ways. Is like I love Reanimator, and it's a lot of fun, and it's great, and it's almost perfect. But this one is like, I feel like it's a movie that you could show to most people and they could overlook like the sleaze and the weirdness and just be like, wow, that was like really good. You know?
Yeah. And then I can't say I love the ending, but I like how...
I love the ending.
I like the last shot, and I like who dies, because I think that's not really ballsy move. I mean, he is... I would say Crampton and Combs are both like the star of this movie.
Yeah.
It's not like he's the main dude or whatever.
No, they're both like.
So it's not like, I don't know. This is spoiler territory, but
who hasn't seen From Beyond?
There's a lot of people. You'd be shocked.
Yeah, there's probably quite a few.
The ending was a downer ending, which is they could have had like Combs walking out of the fucking house somehow or something stupid. But Gordon's not going to do that.
No, the self-sacrifice. He killed himself to save.
But I mean, you kind of figured Ken Foree as a cop.
Dr. McNichols. That was her name. McNichols.
There you go.
Catherine McNichols.
A black guy as a cop. He kind of seen Ken Foree's death coming.
Bubba.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's an ex-football player. That's
crazy.
Yeah, the generic football fucking jersey they made for him. Right. It's no team. It just says 55.
It might as well have said like football on the front.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of things in this last rewatch that I was like, damn it, is this a 10? Like,
one of the cool tie-ins to Reanimator that I forgot to mention is that the address of the house is 666 Benevolent Street, and the address of Herbert West and Dan Kane's house in Reanimator is 666 something.
In every single
Miskatonic University.
I was just about to say every single fucking Stuart Gordon movie that's based off H.P. Lovecraft story. That comes into play.
Dagon
if it's
and in Dreams of the Witch House.
Yeah, if it's just like Ezra's shirt, he did that in Dagon and Dreams of the Witch House.
Yeah.
You'll see a Miskatonic University. I even have one of those shirts.
And that's
Oh,
one
nice.
of the things that totally excludes Castle Freak from being part of